I'm into this. I'm going to make more of this one. Hey everyone, here in Toronto, wearing a mask is becoming a pretty normal part of daily life, so I thought we might as well have some fun, make some cute looks. After all, it is part of your head to toe ensemble. This little hair bow will be part of one of the ideas that I share with you. Not just cute and pretty, but also some practical ones. This video is also sponsored by Honey. I will get into that in a moment, but first I'm gonna start with how you can draft yourself the perfect fit mask pattern just for you, so that after that you can just be unleashed to make as many masks as you so desire. I'm gonna show you how I arrived at my ideal perfect fit personal mask pattern that is super easy on the ears, hooks at the right spot on the nose and at the chin, so that when I'm talking it just doesn't budge. So it started with this plain mask, and I'll put a link in the description for you to download this one and print it. This is just from ProMedica standard cloth mask pattern. I think this is the women's one, and you can download the men's one as well. But the very first thing I did from my own experience of making this was that I took in just a tiny bit of fabric here in the corner at the chin. And that's just because I really like the face masks that like really have a cup down here to lock in. So following this one with a little bit of the chin adjustment, I got this blue mask. This one's not bad, but still has some room for improvement. So first of all, I hate how from the nose to the ear, there's a point where the mask goes lower than the ear, which actually causes the elastic to be pulling down on my ear. Not comfortable. The second thing is I needed to take away about 1 centimeter, right? So that it could lay flat instead of being this like pocket. That's what got me to this second version of that same mask. I raised the earpiece so that there would be no dip between the nose to the top of my ear, and then I shortened the side by about 1 centimeter so that there'd be no more air pocket. And so this one I used to make these tie-dye ones. No dragging down on the ear, so good. And then also it's like virtually flat in fabric between the top ear loop and the bottom of the ear loop. The only downside, like I mentioned with the blue one, is that when I talk or open my mouth really big, like, oh, see, like it pops down to like almost nearly the tip of my nose. So then the final iteration is I needed to increase the amount of fabric up here just to get a little bit more coverage on my nose. I also found this one kind of like dug into my nose a little bit, so I wanted to soften that curve. That's what got us to this green one. Pretty much everything stayed the same along the side and bottom, since all that stuff was good. All I did was I lengthened the top. I brought this corner out a little bit from this one just to soften the curve up here so it doesn't dig into my nose so much. And so here's the one. Only took 1-2 iterations, so it was pretty quick to get to it. Now we're gonna make a whole bunch of cute masks. The CDC recommends 2 layers of densely woven cotton, and it is key for you to use natural fiber like cotton. Do not use synthetic, it will be uncomfortable for breathing. For this mask, I'm adding in this sheer decorative layer, which you might recognize from my recent strawberry dress attempt, and you're gonna need elastic. I've been using 1/4 inch flat elastic, but 1/8 inch flat or tube elastic would be even more comfortable. Using my custom mask template, I cut 2 symmetrical layers of cotton that have a 1-inch extension for the elastic casing, and 2 symmetrical layers of your decorative layer, which also should have that 1-inch extension along that ear straight edge. First, I'm gonna take the inside, middle, and outside layers, put them right sides together, and sew along the curved edge. After that, it's good if you can press the raw edges to a side, and then we're just going to add a top stitch, which really holds it in place. For the next step, I have sandwiched the inner layer, the pretty strawberry layer, and the outer layer all together, and we're just going to sew them along the top edge and along the bottom edge. We generally add a few snips along the bottom, and then we reach in and flip, trying to keep the outer layer with the strawberries together and then the inner layer separate. Yay! I'm gonna press this and add a top stitch on the top and on the bottom. The top stitch is my favorite part. After that, we're just going to seal off the loose ends to make these little loops for the elastics. So here's the one that's not done. We fold the edge in once, fold the edge in one more time, and do a straight stitch. My elastics are cut 11 inches long, which gives me about 2 inches of tails after I tie a knot. I use a safety pin to help push one end through the casing, and then once it's through, I tie the two ends together gently at first so that you can slide it over your ear to test the fit. Ideally, that center stitch should land right in the middle of your face, so I adjust the elastics as needed, and then I tie the other ear symmetrically. If you guys saw my last video, I did make the entire strawberry dress. It's actually a two-piece because I wanted to mix it up a little, so it's a top and a skirt, but they click together to look just like the dress, and you can wear them separately. I do recommend checking out the Lyrica Matoshi website because she has even more really nice fabric that she uses to make her masks. I think there's one with daisies and like rainbow tulle. It's very inspirational.
Pink lemonade, pink lemonade, pink lemonade, rolling in my black Bugatti. Everything is a-okay. Find a little spot in the shade, sipping, sipping, sipping. Pink lemonade, pink lemonade.
A quick word about today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Honey. For all those times you are checking out and you see that empty promo code field, you don't have to go looking for coupons anymore. There's an easier way. Honey is a free browser extension. It scours the internet for you for promo codes, automatically applies the best one for you at checkout so that you can save the most money. I will quickly show you how it works. So I downloaded the free browser extension and I created my own account, and then I recently got an e-reader, so I've been adding books to my Kobo shopping cart. When you check out, the Honey button automatically drops down. All you do is click apply coupons. You wait a few seconds, Honey searches for you, tries out all the coupons, and then you get to see how much you saved. Nice. Honey supports over 30,000 stores, including Kobo, Sephora, Michaels, a whole bunch of places that I shop really. If you don't have it, you could be missing out on free savings, and as you saw, it was free, super easy to install. If you get it, you will be helping yourself and you'll be supporting my channel, which I appreciate. So check the link in the description if you want to join for free. Joinhoney.com/Wendy. Joinhoney.com/Wendy. Thanks, Honey, for sponsoring this video. Using the exact same technique, we can make something with a much sportier look. You're going to need the same type of dense woven cotton, some mesh fabric this time, tube-shaped elastics, and 2 cord locks. Make sure they are large enough for the elastic to pass through 2 times. Just like with the strawberry, we need 3 layers, 1 layer from a pair of cotton with the extension, and 1 pair of the mesh layers with the extension. The mesh, again, is just decoration. Repeat the exact same assembly steps from the strawberry mask, but this time we're going to insert tube elastic since it gives a little bit more of that athletic vibe. Make sure you slide the cord lock onto the elastic before you tie the 2 ends together, and then slide that knot inside the casing so it looks sleek. Whew, this was like a resistance band exercise. I'm really happy with it though, because earlier this year I did make masks using this elastic and it's not as stretchy as the flat style, so it can be more finicky with fit. But this lets you adjust it so that it's perfect. A little tighter. Okay, no one's ears.
And it's pretty bad, but you get me laughing anyways. Now I am wearing his new jean jacket. Grab the gear shift and park it up on Love Circle. I say I can see a house from here. Oh, we crack a beer when the world disappears. So we run this town. We might as well with the top drop down, feeling cooler, cooler.
Now let's try some more cottagecore vibes. Let's get some dense cotton. Again, we're gonna add some pretty eyelet cotton as decor, and we're gonna need a little bit more elastic than usual for this one. The mask is going to be assembled just like with the strawberry example. We're combining 2 layers of cotton and 1 decorative layer to make the entire mask. This time, however, we're also going to cut out 2 long ribbons that are about 180 centimeters long. Ours was cut along the bias of the eyelet fabric so that these cute little scalloped edges could form a nice triangle shape at the ends of the ribbons. This is purely personal choice. To achieve that 180 centimeter length, we did have to join 2 pieces into one, and then we repeat that for a second symmetrical ribbon. They're symmetrical because our dream was to have the scallops line up at the ends. So if your eyelet fabric has this type of feature, feature, you can try to do this too because it has some nice payoff. Here it is now joined together in this middle seam. The top and the bottom edges of the ribbons have been sewn right sides together, so now it's just one huge long double-sided ribbon. Taking this 10-inch elastic, stretch it as much as possible while using a zigzag stitch to secure it to the middle of the ribbon. We sewed it to the raw fabric edge so that it would be hidden once we flipped the entire ribbon right side out. After flipping to finish our big stretchy ribbon, we added a top stitch all the way around just to lock it all in place. Okay, let me demonstrate how this all comes together. So this is your regular mask. We have 2 layers of dense cotton to adhere to CDC guidelines, and then 1 more layer of the eyelet fabric, which obviously would be problematic as a standalone layer since it literally has holes embroidered into it. This whole idea is just to look cute while also relieving ear stress if you feel like you have to wear the mask for a really long time. Take the strip with the elastic inside, you put it through the mask, tie a bow. Now it has the elasticity to go around your head instead of relying on your ears.
I don't need no break from you. That just makes me blue. When I'm in your company, I always feel brand new. Loving you is the easy part. Loving you is so. Loving you is the easy part. Loving you is so.
This last idea also works really well for a mask that you already have. All you need to get is some ribbon. I got this like pink organza and I put it through the gathering foot to get it all ruffled up. If you haven't seen a gathering foot, it looks like this. I'll put a link in the description because these are magical and I've used them quite a few times on some recent projects. Good investment. Not that it's expensive, but you can always also just do 2 parallel stitches and then pull on it to achieve your desired gatheredness. But this I attached to a matching pink mask. I went all the way around the perimeter. It creates this nice kind of frame. And just for fun, I switched the elastic ties for fabric ties. It's definitely a little bit bulkier on the ears, but looks cute if that's what you want. Ta-da! And the last upgrade, I'm just like trying to cram all the ideas in now, is you should take some bias tape or a ribbon. Bias tape works best though. And just add a straight stitch along the top and along the bottom. And then taking a twist tie, this one's folded in half to get it to the right length. I literally hoard these from when you buy like electronics and stuff like that. You can slide it in between your 2 stitches. And now you instantly have a nose wire. It's like super contoured. There's gonna be no gaps. And what's nice is it's really easily removable. So you can just take it out every time you wash it, because you are gonna wash your mask every time you wear it. No point making fabric masks if you're not gonna keep washing them. You're gonna do it, right? Okay. I'm sorry I didn't film actually assembling this, but I think you get the idea. This is part of an Instagram tutorial that I made for another brand. I showed like another option for adding a sheer decorative layer. This one's got like that pretty blue embroidery, and another option for the little scrunchie assistant. This one is just like a decorative add-on layer, and then I made a matching ribbon. I feel like I didn't show this well enough in the cottagecore example, but it works so much better with your hair up. So let me just demonstrate. I put on the mask. I bring this behind, through the mask loop, through the mask loop. And then see? The strain is no longer on your ears. This ribbon is holding it back for you, and you get a cute little bow. Hopefully that looks cute because I can't see the back of my head. Don't forget to check the description for today's sponsor, Honey. Join honey.com/Wendy. Let me know which one of the mask designs you thought that was the most fun. I'm like basically wearing them as accessories now. There will be many more photos of these on my Instagram @WithWendy, and if you make any of my tutorials, don't forget to use #MadeWithWendy so I can find it and love it. And if you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification. See ya.